engineering students. In this video lesson you're going to learn how to make the centering bushing. So with Autodesk Inventor open, let's just quickly check in our tools and document settings that we are in inches for this part, and we are. And I'm going to start this part on the XY plane, and we're going to make the largest circle first. From the origin, make sure you're on the diameter, and that diameter is 4.75 inches. Zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and click Finish Sketch, click Home, and I'm going to extrude that by its thickness. My menu popped up on the wrong side, and that thickness, distance A, is 0.62. Click OK, and now you have the base. Let's go ahead and cut out that hole that's in the center there. So right click New Sketch on that surface. Click to draw a circle, and that circle is 1.37. And go ahead and Finish Sketch and Extrude Cut through all. Alright, again, New Sketch on that surface. And this time we're going to click Point. So find the point, and from the center out we're going to go, we're going to click Circle. We're going to click on the center, and that circle, this new circle, is going to be 3.38, and this is the alignment circle for where we're going to put points. Right click on that circle and click Construction, and it'll get dashed. And now click Point, and then click where it aligns with the center. If it doesn't align with the center, click on that point again and click on the center, and it should align. It should be right there. It's really hard to see on the screen because it's so small, but that point should be horizontally aligned with the center mark, and it should be 3.38 in diameter along here. Now I want to show you something called the circular pattern. So I'm going to click Finish Sketch. Now you only should have one point because I want to teach you a skill. So before we do that, let's go ahead and click Hole. And you'll notice on the technical drawing it says 0.38 through with a 0.75 counter bore. And it's going 0.30 in. So that counter bore is here. So this diameter right here, that's the 0.75. And then the distance, the little arrow pointing down, that's 0.3. And then the diameter for the hole going all the way through is 0.38. And yep, it should say through all. I'm going to click OK. I'm holding Shift and I'm clicking. So that's what it should look like. Now, the part I wanted to show you was this button right here, Circular Pattern. So I'm going to click Circular Pattern. It lets you click on the feature, so we want to click on this feature, and then you have to click on this button that says Rotation Axis. The rotation axis is going to be one of the circles, and you'll notice it's trying to put a pattern on here, and it says Placement. So we only want 2. We want to add 2 extra. 3. And the angle, I believe, is, nope, I'm going to try, nope. Let me look at that. Yeah, there we go. Depending on which way this is going, it's either going to be 180 or negative 180. Because we want that feature right here aligned with this vertical and then aligned horizontally on this side. Click OK. And now when I click OK, you'll see it pops in those features. So that is circular pattern. You should definitely know how to use that. It comes up in the NOCTI exam. It comes up in the Autodesk Inventor exam. Now we can move on by making some of the other parts. Go ahead and click New Sketch on that surface again. We're going to project the geometry of the surface. I'm going to click Circle. And the outside diameter of this circle is going to be 2. And then I'm going to actually, yeah, just leave that like that. So finish sketch. We're going to extrude that ring shape outward. And we're going to do some subtraction here. Well, actually, we know what it is, just 2. So now that you have that cylinder extruded, we can go ahead and cut out that keyhole shape from the backside of the plate here. So we're going to right click new sketch on the backside, and we can project the geometry of the surface so all of these circles are highlighted. And here's where things get a little tricky for this part. Click on the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle like that. Then click dimension, and the length between the two sides is going to be 1.12. And then from the center mark to the top of that rectangle, it's going to be 1.24. Okay, and then we need to align the midpoint. So the midpoint, so I'm going to click on vertical align, the vertical constraint. Let the mouse highlight the middle constraint. I'm going to click on that. And then the center mark, and it should snap it into place, just like so. I'm going to tap escape. Okay, so you should have this shape right here that's going past the circle. And if that did not work, click dimension, click on the side here, and then the center mark, and that should be 0.56 from the edge to the center mark, with a total length of 1.12 and a height of 1.24. The radius, we're going to put that on as a fillet afterwards. And then we have a circle. So what I did was I clicked circle, I let it snap to the midpoint so I get that vertical alignment, and then click above it, and I'm going to make I need to change this to radius. I'm going to right click and click radius, and the radius for this is 0.24. And let me click on project geometry because it looks like I lost my line. That 3.38, I need that back. So I'm going to draw a circle, make sure that that dimension is 3.38, except I'm going to right click on it and tap escape. I'm going to right click on making it oh, look at that. So this should snap to right here. Yep. Okay, if that didn't work, click dimension, click the circle, click the center mark, and that should be 1.69. Okay, and now we need lines. So we're going to need some vertical lines. Make sure they're vertical, and make sure they're tangent to the circle. Okay, so I click line tool, draw line, click the tangent button, click this line, click the circle. That circle should not move from that position. I'm going to click trim. I'm going to trim off these lines because we don't need them. Oops, click trim. There we go. Alright, so now our shape is complete. We're going to click finish sketch. I'm going to click extrude. I'm going to click on that shape. Okay, so I want that whole shape because it's going to cut through, it needs to cut through that circle there. And I'm going to click cut and through all, and click OK. And that's what it should look like. Except for these inside corners, they're going to get a radius of 0.12. So I click fillet, type 0.12, and click these inside corners. Click OK. So your front view should look like that, your side view should look like that, and your top view should look like that. Okay, I broke this video down into a lot more steps than normal, just to show the entire process of, if you were to break it down into simpler steps, you should have, let's see, how many sketches did I have? I'm opening up the model bar. I have 5 sketches. It took me 5 sketches to make this. In reality, it could have took me maybe 2 or 3. Okay, so go ahead and change the material. Go to File, Add Properties, Physical. For this one, I want it to be aluminum 66-1. Apply, close. Go to File. Make sure you save it as centering bushing. Centering bushing. I'm going to name it V2 because it's the second time I make this. And then I'm going to open up my technical drawing so that you can see it. Alright, so I'll provide the example here. This is what your technical drawing should end up looking like. Make sure you use scale 1:1. I want to see all of the details. I want to see all of the correct dimensions and your parts list as shown on this technical drawing. My title here is different. I want you to write centering bushing for your title. This is figure 7.44 from my engineering textbook. But do your best to make your drawing match my drawing. The isometric view is in quarter scale, so that's a note that you should remember. To create this note right here for the hole, let me show you how I did that. And annotate, I clicked on hole and thread, then clicked on the outside diameter, and it does it automatically for you. If you have any questions or get stuck, make sure you ask for help.